Betwixt port project was developed in dialogue with many speculations. The starting point is Nuclear's Chthonipolis, a speculative design project with a post-scarcity, post-singularitacity that combines architecture and science fiction to consider how AI-controlled infrastructure would dominate human society and lead it into a utopia city. A city that functions as a vast, complex network underground, with a blend of nano-bio-info-cogno facilities and human society, controlled by AI, thus utilizing AI's rationality and centralized management in order to release people to live a life of homo ludens. The project tries to avoid the conflict between the collective automation of resources and the undesirability of fully representing collective self-expression. So, to an extent, it is a high-tech support version of Constant's New Babylon, which also brought me to consider other visionary urban projects that separate the human program layers. If the conflict between the human way of life and the mechanical facilities controlled by AI is inevitable, then my project should directly focus on it, accepting it as a context. To have a better understanding of how architects envisioned the relationship between human worlds and infrastructural ones, I looked at further utopia and dystopia projects, questioning options such as layered and stratified systems, metabolism regrowth projects, machine-controlled dystopian worlds, as well as levitating cosmic cities. The conflicts between mechanical society and human society still existed and were avoided to discuss in these projects. Yet to realize these fantasies in an integrated urban model only creates ever larger megastructures that are internally conflicted and contradictory. Thus, segregating machine logic-driven facilities from human society is inevitable, as many theorists such as Liam Young have already alerted us. Therefore, the next phase of my research shifted from human-centered to machine-centered design, and the changes to the logic of the program and organization of the key typologies. So, I have explored and created these idealized design models based on the key typologies of infrastructural spaces. I focused on container port terminals, distribution centers, data centers, and automated factories to expose their key diagrams and principles of operation, to consider the next phase of automation and integration into the megaport in their development. At this stage, I determined that the project aims to balance and create a system that connects the human urban hubs to the AI-controlled facilities, and the growing global ports will be a good design base. Modern ports are integrating multiple automated facilities, while remaining some historical connections to older ports and industrial zones, and indexing their own evolution. To balance speculative thinking with the research of real sites, I analyzed and compared several existing major ports worldwide. I chose two indicative pairs of ports that connect old and new facies, in both European and Asian settings. The first port discussed is Weigaoqiao Port in Shanghai, known as an industrial material port, with limited upgrade potential due to its connection with local industries and the city's desire for a natural zone. The focus then shifts to Yangshan Port, an artificial seaport serving as a manufacturing cluster port and attracting modern infrastructure to support the regional manufacturing industry. Rotterdam Port, categorized as a gateway or transshipment port, plays a vital role in cargo transshipment between Europe and the rest of the world. The research diagrams emphasize cargo flow and collaboration among facilities, highlighting the contrasting connections between older local exchange zones and newer global routes and automated sectors on reclaimed coastal land.